He called me a pathetic excuse for a man. His voice sharp, spit flying, face flushed with rage. My report trembled in his shaking hands before he tore it in half, like the very sight of it had insulted him on some primal level. Paper floated the floor like broken feathers, scattered and weightless. I didn't move, not when the pages fell, not even when she appeared, heels striking the marble floor like a gavel of judgment. You're fired, effective immediately. Then came the final blow, sharp, merciless, final. And the kids, they're not yours. They never were. Get out of our lives. 30 minutes. That's what they gave me. Half an hour to vanish, to erase myself from a life I'd spent over a decade building. I didn't argue, didn't scream. I just picked up my keys and walked to the door. That's when their phones began to erupt. One after another, notifications like alarms. 99 missed calls. And that was just the beginning. They say love makes you blind. But I wasn't blind. I was loyal. There's a difference. I married Vanessa knowing her father disapproved. Arthur Kingston, CEO of Kingston & Vale, financial royalty, saw me as nothing more than a speck beneath his polished shoes. A state school grad, a no-name analyst with ambition and no bloodline to show for it. I thought I could win him over. Thought if I worked hard enough, long enough, they'd accept me. I was wrong. They didn't want a son-in-law. They wanted a pawn. So I became useful. I worked myself raw. 70-hour weeks, building their faltering portfolios into empires. I missed birthdays, anniversaries, even the twins' first steps. I did it for them. For us. For some illusion that if I just gave enough, I might finally belong. But belonging was never on offer. Control was. They gave me a glass office with a view, a meaningless title, and plastic smiles that cracked when I wasn't looking. Vanessa played the devoted wife in public. In private, she was a tactician, polished, precise, and poisonous. And I, fool that I was, loved her anyway. Then I started noticing things. Not metaphors. Receipts. Hotel bookings under her maiden name. Dinners billed to our joint car from restaurants I'd never stepped foot in. When I asked, she laughed it off. Business, she said. But her lies began to lose their shine. She changed her phone password, left it face down constantly. Our anniversary passed with nothing but a forwarded e-card. The twins started calling me Daniel, not Dad. One night, I stood outside our bedroom and heard her whispering. He suspects nothing, she said. Soon he'll be gone. We'll own everything. She didn't mean the house. She met me. That night, I stopped being her husband and became her shadow. I didn't confront. I didn't raise my voice. I listened. I watched. I recorded. I began collecting every piece of the puzzle. The forged financial reports they had me sign. The shell accounts Arthur used to funnel dirty money offshore. The expenses Vanessa charged the company's charity fund. All to support her lover's luxury. Every document, every slip, I captured it all. I ordered a paternity test in secret. The results gutted me and freed me in the same breath. The twins weren't mine. Not biologically. But I had held them, taught them, loved them. That didn't vanish. It sharpened my purpose. I met with a journalist, one who had long hunted the Kingston family, always denied proof, until now. I handed her a flash drive. Then I met with a prosecutor. Quietly, carefully. Then my lawyer. I moved like chess, one step ahead. The morning of their little performance. Arthur's shouting, Vanessa's smug revelation. The twins looking past me like I was air. They thought they were in control. I let them finish. Let them enjoy the illusion one last time. Then I looked Vanessa in the eyes and said, I hope he was worth it. She smiled, thinking she won. And then their world began to burn. Phones exploded with messages. The firm's board had received a package, anonymous. So had the IRS, the SEC, and the New York Times. By noon, Arthur's face was everywhere. Screens, headlines, news tickers. Kingston & Vale under federal investigation for fraud. Clients fled. Stock dropped 47% in 3 hours. By evening, the FBI raided the headquarters. Vanessa's beloved charity was frozen. Her assets seized. The man she betrayed me for, a company exec, turned state's witness before his name even made it to press. They had stripped me of everything, and I made sure they lost far more. 11 months have passed. I live alone now in a modest one-bedroom by the river. It's quiet, honest, paid for with dignity, not deceit. I see the twins sometimes. Court-ordered, supervised visits. They call me Daniel. But sometimes, without meaning to, they slip. They say, Dad. I never correct them. Vanessa is bankrupt. Arthur sits under house arrest awaiting trial. They gave me 30 minutes to vanish. But I didn't disappear. I took their empire, their reputations, their illusion of control. I burned it all down with silence, precision, and truth. Betrayal only works once. After that, every lie is just rope, and I let them tie the noose themselves. I walked out a ghost. I came back as their reckoning.